Duane Hulbert, and welcome to Learn and Love Music. This week we're going to look at music by Spanish composers. All of them are from the Romantic period, and we're going to find out what makes this music so romantic. So we're going to get started, but before we do, I want to encourage all of you to subscribe to this channel, Learn and Love Music, and also like it if you like it. So let's get started with our program on Spanish music. So let's start out with our first piece by Spanish composers. This is called Tango, and it's very famous. It's written by the composer Isaac Albéniz. Albéniz was one of the most famous Spanish composers who ever lived. And all of these composers, including Albéniz, have one thing in common. They're from the Romantic period of music, and everything is all about romance. So, but why is this piece, this tango, so romantic? A couple things that are really important. There's a rhythm underneath that gives it kind of this heartbeat. It's really fantastic. And that's the tango heartbeat. That's what a tango sounds like. The other thing that is really important to listen to is this is a special arrangement that was done by Leopold Godowsky, who was a pianist who lived during the 20th century, earlier part, like 1920s. And he wrote an arrangement of Isaac Albéniz's tango. And what Godowsky did is he made the harmony really rich and thick and beautiful and romantic. So this is what makes this such a great piece. So I hope you enjoy Isaac Albéniz's tango as arranged by Leopold Godowsky. So the second piece we're going to listen to is by the Spanish composer Federico Mompou. Mompou is not as well known as the other composers, but he's provided some beautiful music that is the heart of the Spanish culture. He loved to create styles from some of the Catalan and Andalusian cultures from Spain, but also his music, even though it was written this piece was written in 1950, still has the core of Romanticism in it. Rich harmonies, wonderful virtuosity in the technique and all of that. And it's just very tuneful as well. So Mompou is sort of a throwback to the 19th century, even though he lived during the 20th century. It's great music. This piece is called Song and Dance, or Cançons y danses, number 6. And we're going to hear a very rich, harmonically complex opening section, which is just a song. And it's beautiful. Mompou loved rich harmonies, and listen for those very carefully. And then when we get to the dance part of it, he uses a couple of cross rhythms, and what that is, it's in 6/8 time, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So there's sort of this feel of going back and forth between kind of a 6/8 rhythm and a 3/4 rhythm. So he plays around with that a lot. And as the music goes from the beginning, it starts rather somber and beautiful, and then we have kind of a minor dance feel to the beginning of the dance section. And then at the end, he goes all out with a major, beautiful cross rhythm thing, and just joyous, the end of this piece. So I hope you enjoy this piece, Cançons y danses, number 6 by Federico Mompou. The last piece I'm going to play from the Spanish period is a piece called The Maiden and the Nightingale. It's from a set of pieces by Spanish composer Enrique Granados. They're called Goyescas, or kind of based on paintings by the painter Goya. He kind of borrowed that a little bit, sort of that idea of connecting painting and music. But the greatest thing about this piece is that Granados gives you so many instructions about how to play this piece. And it has a lot of rubato in it, which means a lot of push and pull in it, and lots of instructions. Play this sadly, play this joyously, slow down here, speed up there, louder here, and then suddenly softer. There's so many indications in this music what you're supposed to do. It's really quite fascinating. And I enjoy this piece so much because it is so romantic. And that flexibility from the rhythm and the beauty of the harmonies, and even all the way to the end when we hear Granados, it's called the Maiden and the Nightingale, but the Nightingale appears at the very end. Listen to the bird call sounds at the end of this piece. It really makes the ending of this piece very magical. So let's listen to The Maiden and the Nightingale by Enrique Granados. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Learn and Love Music as we explored music from Spain. Hope you can come back next time. And on our companion piece this week, I'm going to play the beautiful piece by Isaac Albéniz, Triana. It's got a lot of great cross-hand technique things going on and a wonderful fandango rhythm to it, so you can't miss this one. Hope to see you next time on Learn and Love Music.